everyone, this is Lorena, and I'm back with another video for Vanguard Zero. The shutdown arc continues! Give me a moment. I changed the character on my home screen because I'm tired of it being Tetsu. Why? Well, he keeps telling me that it's dark outside and I'm not in Japan, so that's complete bullshit. Also, while I appreciate his advice, I don't want to go to sleep right now, ever. No, I have to sleep sometimes. I do. Sometimes I actually do have to sleep. But the dialogue is clearly, it's clearly in tune with Japan, not this country. Which makes sense because this game is, it's in Japan. It was created in Japan, so the time is just, it doesn't matter where it's localized, it's just for Japan. It's like no other time zones matter, just Japan's, and that does make sense to me. I never understood why some games seem to align best with the United States when they aren't even American. I'm just like, I mean, I kind of understand to an extent, but on the other hand, I'm just like, if you're not actually created in America, wouldn't it make sense for the hours to be more aligned with your country? No idea how it actually works, but appealing to an American audience, does that really make sense? I don't know, I've just never really understood how marketing works in this case. I don't get it. Like, reset happens around American hours in some countries, and I'm just like, wait, in some games it just, like Gems of War, for example, it will reset at the same hour regardless. You know what, I'm just going to continue. I don't understand time. We know this. The battle between Team Q4 and Team Wild Angel is just too close to call. Let's go. Dear Best Kamui. Yeah, bro, IT. The first fight begins. Stand up, my Vanguard. Okay, so I went through G era, and it looks like it's not as insane as I expected, but also I think there are more parts per chapter. Just based on what I see. I'm mainly looking at, I looked at Next, and I looked at the first season, and I'm like, really? That's how many chapters there are? Yeah, looking sauce over there, man. Gears Crisis and Stride Gate, however, they seem fine. That seems appropriate. The same with GZ, but Next in the first season, I'm kind of weird. That's weird to me. But I haven't really started G's story, so how would I know? I'm not there yet, for obvious reasons. Okay, let me do some basic math. Alright, I think I suck at math. I'm just like, let me do some basic math. I actually suck at math. I can do basic math, actually. I know it seems like I can't at times, but I just can't do math in my head. I have to see it in front of me, and sometimes even with basic math, I have to see that. I can't just do math in my head like most people. I'm just not mathematically aligned. I'm clearly the creative type. I'm the creative type, so when it comes to math and science, those aren't my fields. On the other hand, I do love science, so there is that. You may not think I do, because I'm kind of, I seem more like I don't know, I just seem weird to you, I assume. I mean, I also just say that I'm weird, which definitely helps a lot with that opinion. But I don't really mind being weird, so there's that. Like, what's wrong with being weird? I mean, there are some types of weird that, yeah, that's too much. But being weird by itself isn't a problem. It's just when you're the kind of weird that's causing harm to other people, that's when it's an issue. You really shouldn't hurt people. That's wrong. That's very wrong. Meanwhile, I'm willing to just play card games however I want. Because I won't hurt anyone. Okay, well, I'm going to bait this girl's Sentinel, and I'm also going to kick her ass. Because I can. And I want to. No starting for me. Okay, I'm going to retire this unit. And that card is dead to me. Alright, now I do realize that I cannot attack the Vanguard, but there we go. I'm gonna bait your Sentinel eventually. Probably with my Vanguard's attack, so I'm probably going to end it on my next turn. Alright, and she doesn't have a Sentinel in her hand, so I win. That's fantastic. Alright, so that was ride 71, and this should be the ending dialogue to that. I don't know my laptop's range when it comes to the microphone. But I do know that I'm able to be heard pretty well, so that's good. I checked. I definitely checked. I'm not actually rewatching these. Like, I'm not rewatching these right before I upload them because there's just not enough time to actually do all that. And I'm just like, it's a speed run, it's not as much of an issue. Also, I'm less wild when I play this game. I'm still wild, but it's not as insane as when I play Duel Links, so there's that. The insanity is, well, I'm sure there'll be more insanity going forward, but I think the really weird shit is probably going to be in future seasons. Not this one. The winner, Kamui Katsuragi! Alright! You did it, Kamui! Good job, I'll have to keep up too. Haha, you might not have to fight after all, bro. Next, moving on to the second fight. Stand up, my Vanguard! Alright, that was part 71. I believe I'm on 72 now. That will complete chapter 16. And when I'm finished here, I have to do some grinding, which is good. I mean, I have a lot to upload and a lot to cover, so seriously. When I'm finished with season 1, I can finally take a break to finish uploading season 1 and scheduling season 1. And when all of those videos have been uploaded, I can finally be safe, whatever that means. I can just move videos to a flash drive and then start in season 2. I will just delete these from my computer because they'll be backed up on a flash drive. And if I mess that up again, at least they'll be bulk uploaded to season. At least they'll be uploaded to YouTube, which is good. Though I don't think I'm going to mess up like I did before, because that was a noob error, and noob errors, I can move on from those, I can learn. I learn things all the time. Next, moving on to the second fight. Stand up, my vanguard. You may notice that I seem to be getting to the last chapter of Season 1. That's good. I also have shorter descriptions for these. So, hopefully I don't say anything too cursed. I think the last video was probably the worst of it. Yeah, boy, don't get me cancelled. Don't get me destroyed. Did I break any community guidelines for that? I hope not. I was saying something to myself and I was putting words into something's mouth. The void doesn't have a mouth. Well, it does in my imagination. My imagination is very terrifying. Oh, and if you think that I get mercy because it's my imagination, I don't. That's actually the most terrifying part about my imagination. Just remember that I avoid certain things, and I had this nightmare once where there's this girl in front of my bedside, and she reminded me of someone from The Exorcist. That was terrifying. I have not seen anything that terrifying in years. So that was a very vivid nightmare. I'm glad when I woke up I couldn't remember it. But I do remember enough to say that it was terrifying. But I don't remember enough, so all I can say is just reference her as the girl from The Exorcist. She didn't look exactly like the girl from The Exorcist, but she looks pretty close. So that's why I refer to her like she's from The Exorcist. So, yeah, it has really been a while since I've seen anything that terrifying up close. Because I've got a special skill, you see. When things are about to get too terrifying, I can just avoid that shit. At night, if something is too terrifying, the visuals just go down. The visuals, I just block them out. And in real life, I can usually avoid the visuals by scrolling down a bit. Or, you know, changing the tab. So I've got a special skill that allows me to avoid terrifying shit. So the fact I had a nightmare like that is kind of terrifying to me. And my opponent's hand is empty. No striding, I don't need that. I don't need to stride. Okay, I will Legion mate though. I will seek the mate. Yeah, that's actually a thing. That's called, yeah, that's the thing, they say that. They seek the mate. I don't know how many times mate is said in Legion Mate, but I'm pretty sure it's said more times than I can remember. Okay, hold on a second. Alright, and I call this unit right here. I actually have a weird goal where I'm going to count up how many times Legion Mate has the word mate said. I've had this goal for years, I just haven't actually legitimately pursued it yet. Alright, and will she get lucky or not? She could. No, she didn't. She didn't get lucky. I win. At least the better player won. Oh my god, that is definitely not how Xion would talk. Xion actually has respect for his opponents. Most of them. Most of them, wow. Really? I'm pretty sure even... No, he has respect for all of them. Maybe not every... Maybe he has his moments, but I'm pretty sure he has respect for all of them. Even the worst one. What does that mean? How about I don't spoil everything? The winner, Misaki Takura! Team Q4 has made it to the semifinals! You and your friends are seriously good card fighters. Oh, thanks. From this point on, my hope is riding on Q4. What do you mean by that? Team Asteroid? The things that guy was saying at the opening ceremony made me sick to my stomach. Take them out for all of us, okay? We'll do the best we can. We're counting on you. I don't know why I gave that girl a Valley Girl accent, but I just did. And then I just kept going. So, that's my Valley Girl accent. We'll be back with it when the Tiger Girls are released in Duel Links. They will be released, right, Konami? Konami, please! Oh, God. And the matches in the second round are done. Take a look at our final four. I knew that Team Asteroid would make it, but come on. The Brilliant Stars, too. At least Team Caesar's with us. And now we'll randomize the pairings for the semifinals. Here it goes. Semifinals first. Semifinals first fight. Team Brilliant Stars versus Team Asteroid. And then that's good news for us. And think about it. If they're facing off, then we'll be playing... It's us against Team Caesar, huh? The top 4 teams are all paired, so let's get these top-notch card fights started up. My turn is over. I've blown my chance. I had to finish him off last turn. Final turn! I attack with Demon World's Marquis Amon. Is that how you pronounce Amon? I don't know. I have no respect for Amon, apparently. Urgh. And since you know I play Duel Links, that's very interesting, isn't it? It's not about my... Seriously, guys, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's legitimate. Unless I did say it correctly. In that case, I will learn that later. Whenever I'm less lazy and I decide to actually watch the X subbed. The winner of the first game in the semifinals, Tetsu Shinzo. It's like he was just toying with him. Barking Manticore, finish this. Ugh. The winner is Osaka Normi. There you have it. Our first group in the finals will be Team Asteroid. And Tetsu and Osaka are some of the best players I've ever seen. Don't waste your energy on Team Asteroid, when the real challenge is sitting down there. I think you're ready to take us on? This is your chance to prove it. We're going to hit you with everything we've got. Let's start the next game! The second semi-final match, vying for the final spot, it's Team Q4 versus Team Caesar. My least favorite teams are playing each other. How exciting. How exciting. Really? Two least favorite teams, wow. My favorite thing about that line is just how it ages. I'm not there at that point, but we're going to be there soon, to be honest. It's just a matter of time. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap things up for this video. In the next video, it's time to face Team Caesar.